V. What is V? V is life. It is the French word for life, and it's attached to the word healing because the basis of V healing is life healing. To go way back to the beginning, I started V healing right after school studying Chinese medicine. When I was younger, I always knew I wanted to be involved in medicine. I have a family filled with doctors and engineers, and I just naturally had a deep desire to do something in the healing realm. But growing up, I always did feel a level of disconnect to the way the Western world brought medicine. Going back into like my childhood, seeing the things that brought me happiness or things that brought me to curiosity we're seeing my grandmother bringing different types of medicine and healing and herbs to the forefront of our lifestyle in order to help us heal. It was really unique because she did come from a background of no education. She didn't even know how to read or write, but she did understand the depths of the earth. She understood how things can really impact people and change their lives through introducing herbs and tinctures and all sorts of different modalities like cupping onto our family to make us feel better. It felt more than just a comfort. It felt like real medicine. It felt like people were actually changing and we actually did get better. So having that in like the background of my mind and knowing I wanted to do something with medicine, I knew there was just one thing I didn't want to do. And this is a fun fact about me, but I was deathly afraid of needles. I never wanted to do anything with needles, but I definitely wanted to do something in medicine. So it was really funny when I came to the conclusion that I want to study Chinese medicine and specifically acupuncture. When I was studying for my pre-med courses, I stumbled upon a couple philosophy courses that rocked my world. I studied Eastern religions and pretty much learned about all the roots of all the ancient theories. And when we came across Taoism and learned that there's this whole medicine system of TCM, Chinese medicine, in Taoist practice, I thought it was insane. I was like, this is incredible. And learning about how we affect the world around us, how the world around us affects us, and how each individual body is different, yet we all are on the same playing field. So there's only so many things that can go wrong with us. And it's just a matter of the perspective and identifying the patterns that make such an impact on the diagnosis and treatment plan of people. I thought that was just so fascinating. And once I started really diving in and learning about it, I saw that there's this whole research and evidence-based practice of Chinese medicine and acupuncture, and I got really curious. So at the same time, while I was in school, I had been working ever since I was 13 years old. It's something that's been rooted in me. I have a very strong work ethic. I'm consistent. I care. I always want to deliver the best and bring myself forward so I can be of service and to create really meaningful creations in my life and around me, and to live for that and to wake up to that. It always brought me happiness. So when I was trying to figure out what I should do as far as working alongside being in school, I came across this integrative clinic and I started working on all aspects of this clinic. I did the front office, the back office, but I was also there to really observe what was going on. So there was massage therapists, physical therapists, yoga instructors, Pilates instructors, and there was an acupuncturist in this office. And the way people would come and go with such deep ailments from the acupuncturist office was mind-blowing to me. But I was scared of needles, so I had a little bit of hesitancy. So I kind of just like took my time to figure out, is this really what I want to do? Is this something I'm interested in? So I found the best school to go to in LA, and I went to them and I said, hey, like I'm ready to start. I want to apply. Like, what does it look like here? And they're like, oh, that's really nice. Like you have everything to apply, but there's just one issue. Like we've never accepted anyone your age. I was 21 when I applied, or 20 when I applied. And for them, that was just like, you're too young, because this medicine is so wise. And what we do needs wisdom and understanding, like a deep-rooted understanding. But again, I am Middle Eastern, and I did have experience of what Chinese medicine brings through herbs and things like cupping and understanding how hot and cold affect the body. And I explained to them, I'm like, listen, just give me a semester. Let's see how it goes. And after that, if it's not working, we'll go our separate ways. And if it works, then I'll do it. And before I knew it, 4.5 years flew by. I became extremely passionate about needling and acupuncture, and I was really good at it. It came at such an ease for me. I really helped people in such a significant way that for me, bringing all the incredible knowledge and education and wisdom of TCM to the forefront became a huge aspiration for me. Being in school, I knew that TCM was not well received in mainstream society. And I knew I was going to have like an uphill battle, but I really felt like I could make the difference. I've always had a deep passion and excitement for like product development and luxury items and services. And so I figured, you know what? There is no branded system of Chinese medicine, so I'm going to make one. I'm going to bring something to mainstream society by bringing education first, by explaining what it is we're doing, why it's effective, how it works, and communicate it in a way where mainstream society can hear. And I did that. So right after school, I kind of like went around figuring out, where do I want to work? What do I want to do? And in that process, I did get married. And my husband and I really had nothing. We had nothing to our name. We definitely didn't want to take anything from our families. So we started with $10,000. And my husband saw my deep passion for Chinese medicine. And he really also felt like I could change this whole world and kind of trailblaze this new industry for what we do. I love the fact that I was able to merge the East and West together and bring the rich education we get from not just TCM. It's a 4.5-year program. So we learned Chinese medicine, we learned Western medicine, and then we learned like herbal pharmacopoeia in the West and the East. So we got all the drug education on the Western education, medical education platform, and on the Eastern. But we also had to learn like Pinyin, Chinese. So it was like really understanding through characters why the medicine works, how it works, how even like words are formulated together to make diagnoses. And it just brought me to a different level of understanding the body, seeing the body, feeling the body, and effectively treating the body. So that's what VIE healing is. That's where VIE healing is born. VIE stands for life. It is French for life. And when I first started, again, there was really no industry. And I knew I wanted the word VIE because I resonate with it so much. Anyone I would ask, I'm like, what if I call it VIE wellness? They're like, what is wellness? Back then, there was really no industry for wellness. And this is just like 12 years ago. And I was like, it's like when you do things that heal you, that make you feel better. And they're like, okay, then just call it healing. And I connected with that. I'm like, you know what? We are bringing healing. Although I still believe that it is wellness, it goes under the wellness umbrella, we are bringing life healing. And that brings true wellness for anyone. So the VIE healing umbrella encompasses worldly medicine, worldly tools and services that really can help impact and change people's lives in a very meaningful and effective, authentic way. It's been a beautiful journey, and now we're 12 years in, and we have this beautiful course created for you so that you can learn what I learned in 10, 12 years in just a matter of 10 modules. You can take my experience, my education, and the tools that has luxury retailers knocking at my door, being curious about what it is that I offer, and it's all because it is explained very effectively in a way that people can understand so easily, but in a very luxurious and beautiful way. So I'm excited to bring you on this journey with me, and I can't wait for you to add this practice to your service menu and see the impact you make on your clients' lives.